What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey and Water. I'm your co-host, Olivia.
I'm your co-host, Jess, and welcome to episode
3.
Episode Trace.
All right, so hope you guys are having a great week. It's been a while since Jess and I have sat down and done this. Well, like 2 weeks. That's a long time.
We have a bit to catch up on.
Yeah, tell me about your trip and your life and anything else I might need to know.
So I went to LA while Olivia went to New York.
I'm not cracked out enough. I need to drink some iced coffee. Thank you.
Crack yourself out, baby.
Okay, continue.
I went to LA while Olivia went to New York because since she was gone, why would I stay here? So I went to LA for those dates. Ended up booking a job, so I stayed, extended my trip.
Make that money.
Ended up staying a little bit longer. But yeah, LA was great. I got what I went there for.
That dick.
No. Money, networking, saw my friends. And,
cool. Good for you.
Yeah. And
cool. I went to New York and saw family, and it was really not that interesting. Just went and saw family. Oh, you know what I did do? A fucking music video for a huge Latin artist.
Same.
Which I can't really talk about. Oh yeah, we've both been music video vixens in the past 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Look at us go.
Thriving.
I want to add it to our resume. Video vixens.
True.
Except she was in lingerie and I was in something a very strange, like flowy outfit.
No, and she was more of the lead and I was among some other females.
So basically I got booked for this. I got direct booked.
That's my girl.
And if they had a casting, I literally wouldn't have gone because it was to dance, and I haven't danced in 5 years.
Background, she used to be a dancer.
I danced for 10 years. I stopped after high school pretty much, and then I haven't trained for 5 years. So I'm in New York, and my agent's like, hey, they want to put you on hold for this. Can you send a video? And I'm like, literally, I don't have anything. I have a video from last year, which is like a shitty whatever. I send it. I'm like, there's no way I'm booking it. Perfect. Yeah. I suck in this video. Great.
Perf.
I send it, and she's like, they want to book you. And I'm like, fuck. What? Like, I can't turn it down.
You're like, I don't want to do this.
I'm like, I don't want to do this, because then I'm getting mad anxiety. I look up the artist. Their last YouTube music video had 80 million views. I'm like, God damn it. I'm about to embarrass myself. Yeah. And it's like contemporary dancing. It's not just like, it's like technical.
not just that.
So I tell her, I'm like, okay, just let them know that I haven't trained in 5 years. And she's like, okay. And then leading up to it, I was like, okay, I'm a little nervous, but assuming you told them I haven't trained in 5 years and that they were okay with it. And she's like, no, I didn't, sweetie. I was like,
of course not.
What's wrong with you? Yeah. So now it's on me.
Why would you?
They expect me to show up and be a professional ass dancer, and I'm over here like, feeling like a fraud.
Yeah.
Feeling like a damn fraud.
They booked you off that video, though, so that's on them.
Whatever. Anyways, peep me in that in a few months.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
We'll drop the links to our videos.
If I look good, they better fucking make me look good.
They taught me a choreo that I was just like, Olivia would be so proud of me right now.
She did it in the elevator the other day. She was like,
yeah, that's interesting, but I think it'll be good. It was for a few
video
large artists.
Anything else? I had a contract on a house, did not get it. We backed out of the deal, so keep you posted.
On the hunt.
What I wanted to tell you earlier was, okay, so Tyler and I, my boyfriend, have been listening to these podcasts and following this website. It's been like our god for the past year about real estate investing. I listen to them like almost every morning. Like, they're my gods, right? They're my idols. Guess who slides in my DMs yesterday? One of them.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Saying what?
Okay, so he slid in and said, because I had tagged them earlier in the year and stuff. Like, this guy, I'm going to call him Michael, right? Because, so I have 2 of his quotes on my whiteboard. I read them every morning. Yeah. Like, I really, like, a huge role model to me.
Yeah.
Business-wise. And he slides in, he's like, hey there. Like, the name of the website, fan, ? And I was like, oh my God. What?
Yes, I am.
So I was like, OMG, yes. I said something like, dude, you're the shit. I'm 100% fangirling right now. Like, pretty innocent. I called him dude, right?
Yeah.
And
you're like, I'm fangirling. You're not trying to like play it cool. You're like, I'm a fan.
And he replies and goes, haha, well, thanks. Is there...
What that mouth do?
He goes, Is there anyone, he said it so sophisticated too, is there anyone in your life who would get jealous if they knew that? Like, knew that I was fangirling? Want to know my response? I said no, because he's a fangirl too. Savage. But it was just it's so weird.
So
like, I can't
funny.
get over the fact that he even, like, knows who I am, and then he, like, sliding my DMs, and I'm like...
Your response is what fucking kills me.
Isn't that great?
Did he respond?
No, he hasn't read it yet.
He definitely read it and just, like, hasn't opened it. I fucking hate when they do that.
Yeah,
I do that shit all the time, though.
Yet.
Because, like,
Whatever.
I'll know, like, it'll come up and you'll, like, unlock it and you'll see it. But, like, you never have to open it.
No, you just leave it.
Exactly.
Oh, I hope he doesn't leave me on unread. I'd be sad. Maybe I can
sure.
finesse him to, like, mentor me.
You should just tag him in another story.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that finesse.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that finesse.
Anyways, on to our episode for today. We are talking about girl code.
Girl code. Yeah, we're just going to break down a few different topics. How not to be a piece of shit, when it's okay to kind of be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are times we're not all perfect. Some days
Yeah.
it's whiskey, some days it's water.
Hey.
Had to do a little plug. But we both have had our fair share of experiences with shitty friends. Mm-hmm. And not shitty friends.
Exactly.
You know, like, you know, those times where you're just like, damn, you're a real one. Mm-hmm. And those are appreciated, and obviously we take note
Which
of
is
them.
what led Olivia and I to being great friends. We were
And
like,
and
hey,
rest
you're
was
not
history.
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like that was the vibe.
Yeah, that was definitely the vibe. You want to go into the...
Oh, wait. Pro tip.
Oh, let's not forget our pro tip.
Pro tip.
Which is kind of...
related.
Yeah, it's kind of related. And this is something that I learned...
May be obvious to some people.
And, you know, some people know it, some people don't. But it's something that when I learned this, like, my fucking life changed. And it's that you should... And a lot of people, like I said, we don't know this, but you should drink one alcohol throughout the night. Mm-hmm. Like, if you start with tequila, end with tequila, and, like, only do tequila.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously, I was once a very naive
drinker,
college
still
student.
Is.
Still is.
You have your days.
I truly do.
But
drinking one alcohol definitely saved my life.
Yeah.
Because when you drink, like, a bunch of different alcohols, one, you're just bound to black out.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's a recipe for blackout.
Yeah, it
Not
really
that I
is.
know, but when I watch other people drink when they're mixing shit,
yeah, and you're like,
it never ends up good.
They're like chugging half a Four Loko and then, like, taking tequila shots and then doing Jaeger bombs, and you're like, yeah.
It's times like that where I'm like, you know what? I'm thankful. Mm-hmm. When everyone's taking a shot and they're like hating their life, they're like, ugh.
You're like,
I'm like,
and shit.
I'm good.
Psych.
I'm like taking shots of water.
You see them later,
H2O,
and like
baby, on the
lights are on, but no one's home.
Always.
But yeah, so that's our pro tip.
It will save you immensely, I'm sure.
Yeah. And that's
my pro tip, and I can't say because obviously I don't drink, but one of my best friends, Tiffany, she swears by this, and Jess said that everyone knows this, but I feel like I don't see anyone else doing it but Tiffany, because she's so, like, she has to. Yeah, she has to. She just chugs an entire, like, this size or this size cup of water, glass of water, just chugs it before bed, and, like, that's the last thing she does, and then she is out for the night, and then she wakes up and she has no hangover. It's amazing. So
yeah, I mean, like, I could definitely be
drink
better
your water,
about
kids. Stay hydrated.
That or Pedialyte, like anything with a ton of, like, electrolytes, like, that's gonna be, like, your lifesaver. But yeah, I figured that most people know that. But if you know that and you're not adamant about it, become adamant.
Get adamant about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, back to girl code.
Girl code.
So yeah, our first topic, or our first, like, little point, our first girl code is when it's okay to ditch your friends and when it's not okay to ditch your friends.
This is a common theme.
Yeah.
I just feel like
that you think is like
because
no
that's
fucking
the
brainer.
worst. Like, getting ditched on sucks.
I
feel like it happened a lot in high school. And now that we're adults,
you're a piece
it's
of
like,
shit if you ditch someone.
Yeah, like, if you're still an adult and you're ditching friends, like,
and this can be in many different aspects, and, you know, there's levels to this shit. So.
Yeah, like, it's okay. It's okay to be flaky sometimes. Well, not flaky, but, like,
be flaky, but, like,
not flaky, but, like, you know how life works. Things come up. I think it just depends. Like, if it's, like, time after time again, obviously you're a piece of shit. But
also just don't commit to things. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's all about like being transparent. Like if me and Olivia are like making plans to do something and one of us is like, I don't really want to do it, but like I'll
we're
let you
honest.
know.
Yeah.
Like when time comes to do that, I'm not like disappointed or
Yeah.
I'm
Because
not,
you
like,
know off the bat it was like a 50-50 chance.
Exactly.
Also, I think I have definitely been this way with you where I'll agree to something in the moment, because in the moment I'm down. I'm like, for sure, bet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down to have fun. Let's do it.
Mhm.
And then 5 hours later, it's a no-go. That's
Yeah.
happened so many times. I just get home, I'm on the
Especially-
couch, I get comfy.
Especially if it's like going out.
Yeah.
Like for you, you'll be like, yeah, I'm down.
I
Like, that
will, in
sounds
my
fun.
head, I will 100% be like, yes, I'm down, I'm fully committed. And then I go home and like my pants come off and my bra comes off and I'm just like, why would I
I'm not
ever
leaving.
think that I would be down to do that?
Yeah. I mean, it's also hard because you live like further.
Yeah.
So that I feel like that
That is a
definitely-
deterrent
And then
factor.
I'm like I'm like passive aggressive with you, and then you're passive aggressive back, and we're both just like just wanted to have fun.
Anyways, when is it okay to ditch?
Okay. It's okay to ditch if
If there's a guy maybe that you've really like wanted to see or hang out
Yeah.
with and like you finally get an opportunity, cool. But if it's a guy who has like
if
fucked you
if
over
this
multiple
is like a guy
times,
who's cheating on, or like if it's your boyfriend who like you can always hang out with,
yeah.
and you guys aren't doing anything special, and you're just like, yeah, well, like he really wanted to like do dinner.
like if you live with your boyfriend,
Yeah, I'm like, stop letting him
And-
manipulate you into not having fun.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's definitely
Like
a trend
you live with them, don't you see them enough? I think you're good on that.
Yeah. And like I hate when people like make it like that excuse. They're like, oh well, like I like, you know, this boyfriend like really wanted like to see me and hang out with me and spend some quality time. And I'm like, the only reason that they're like just now wanting to spend time with you,
It's called a booty call, my love.
no, not even.
Oh.
I mean I mean like when it's like their actual boyfriend, and like it's because that boyfriend doesn't want you going out and having fun without them.
True.
And then like and then
true. I
all of a
never even
sudden
thought
they
about
have
that.
it's all of a sudden like, oh well, I had a surprise to take you to dinner.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh really?
Did you?
Where's the fucking reservation?
Right.
You piece of
or
shit.
did you just pull it out of your ass?
Exactly. So yeah, it's okay to ditch if you're trying to get that dick, and you know you've had a dry season.
Yeah, like I'm totally, dude. I'm the most understanding. Okay, so that night, like when it was swim week and we went out, and that's another thing. Like we were out together, so like usually we'll always leave together. But she was like kind of hanging around, taking her time. And, like she knew I was like I was
Ready
over
to
it. I was like,
yeah.
okay, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. And I could just feel your energy. You kind of were just like, you know, dragging your ass a little bit. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go. And you were like, I'm not. And I was like, oh. I gave you shit for it too. And then you were like, don't. And I was like, fine, go get that dick.
Except that's not what happened. But regardless, I went out. And
I'm
I
always
continued having
supportive.
fun.
Like, go, have fun, do your thing.
Yeah. But also don't give me shit if it's like about that time, and I'll
Yeah.
never give you shit when you want to leave, because like I'm also not trying to have you stay there against your will.
Yeah,
and
because
then
then
make
it's
me
not even fun. Then it's like you see someone's tired, they have negative energy. It's like, go if you want to go home. Go
yeah, and like
home.
why would I
we're
like hold
adults.
you against your will?
Yeah.
Like if I want you,
I hate that. I hate when
Yeah.
friends like will peer pressure you into like staying. They're like, no, don't go home, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm a grown ass woman. I need to grocery shop. Like,
I need to
I got to leave because it's time to go get my groceries for the week. Like,
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah, no, I get that. And also like I don't know, unless like that friend is like in a bad mood and you're like, no, like stay. It's
Yeah,
good. Like,
yeah.
you know, like
Unless
let's
you're
have a
looking
good
out for
time.
their best interest.
Exactly.
Right. There's a difference.
Yeah.
It's never okay to ditch when you're clout chasing.
It is not okay to ditch your
If
friends.
you are like, you know what, someone cooler wants to hang out with me, fuck you.
yeah,
You're a piece of shit.
like and I understand, like, okay, one, if it's like a business opportunity or
Yeah,
something that you
networking.
can something
I
that you can
understand.
truly network from,
But then also, like, if you can bring that friend to network with you, cool.
then that's an entirely different situation.
Yeah,
But like,
that's different.
don't ditch a friend because like a better opportunity arose
Yeah.
that you can't also bring them with you.
Yeah.
Because
Ugh,
at the
that's,
end of the
like,
day, like
that's horrible.
you're like that friend that you're ditching is the person that's gonna fucking be there for you,
Uh-huh.
and not the pieces of shit trying to get in your pants.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That or just, like, you know, people who just don't care about you. It's like,
yeah,
it's literally
or care about your best interest. Like, that aren't gonna
like,
look out for
they're
you.
not gonna pick you up from the highway at 4 a.m, but the person you ditched will, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And it's about valuing those friendships and understanding how much more important they are.
Yeah.
Like, I think people get lost in, like, the fucking hype and, like, coolness,
Yeah.
whatever.
The shiny things rather
Yeah.
than like the fucking solid friends
Yeah.
around them. But yeah, so
I mean, you had plenty of experiences with that. Just
And
got ditched.
I got ditched so hard. Like, it was truly unfortunate. And it was actually at Coachella.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Me and a girlfriend, that she was kind of like, she was like our third little amiga, me and Olivia's. And so we were all very close. And this girl and I had decided to go to Coachella together. We were going with a group, with like a bunch of other friends. Like, one of our promoter friends was like setting it up. And I only knew like my friend who was the promoter that was going. I didn't know anyone else in the group. So it was like, okay, yeah, me and this girl are going to go together, and, you know, we're going to,
Yeah, and
like,
that's
we're going to
the whole
stick
point
together.
of, like,
and
events like that. It's like, you go together, you stay together,
Yeah.
you have that experience, you share that experience together. Like, that makes the whole fucking thing.
yeah, like, otherwise, like, what the fuck
Like,
am
we're
I
not,
doing
like, there
walking
are
around
some
by
girls
myself?
who will just, like, you know, if it's free, they'll get on a flight and show up by themselves and make the best of it, and, like, kudos to you.
More power to you.
But for the most part, like, we go places with people. Like, I'm not just trying to show up with a bunch of randoms.
Yeah, like that's like,
that's
and the thing
not
is, for
the
me,
point.
for me to truly, like, I feel like have my best experience is like when I'm with people that I love and that I'm comfortable with and I can let go
100%.
with. I can just be
That's
myself.
why, like, the
I'm not
club
worried
isn't
about,
even fun unless you're there with your homies.
Exactly. Like you don't just roll up to the fucking club by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you do.
Cool. Good to see you, but
Yeah, but that's not
our
our
thing.
vibe. Yeah. So we had already booked our flights, and then she got invited to go with another group,
with cooler people,
quote unquote. It doesn't get much cooler than me, but sure. Okay. No, so yeah, she got invited to go with a cooler group, which is like totally fine, completely understandable, but like, she didn't bring me with her.
She didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
too. It was like a quick, like,
it was like,
peace.
Exactly.
I don't care that you're on your own. I don't care that you don't know anyone.
And it wasn't,
you.
and you know what? She wasn't even like apologetic. Like, let me see what I can do. It was like
you're on your own.
You're on your own, and like, you better not take this opportunity away from me type of vibe. Remember, she was like very like, she was defensive. She was like, I'll never slow anyone down for my career. And it's like, what? This isn't about your career. Like, these people aren't gonna make or break your career.
Oh, God.
Oh, so ass.
Trash.
And like, it was
that
literally
was the beginning of
the end.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
we both decided and
like,
Olivia
just
was,
because that speaks volumes about someone's
Yeah.
character. Like,
Oh
you
God.
just don't do that. Like, and it's not like a
You have no
1-day
integrity.
thing, a 2-day thing. It's like, no, this is like a 3-day weekend. It's supposed to be this huge thing. Like, and also like, it adds to the level of disappointment because of how excited you are about experiencing it. It's like, it just takes the whole experience away to the point where you're just like, fuck it. Like,
and then it like tainted my entire experience, because then I show up, you know, I'd already bought my flight and everything, so I show up to the house and they're like, oh, like, where's your friend? Like, weren't you supposed to be coming with like one of your best friends? And I was like,
oh, her?
No, never heard of her.
Yeah.
Don't know her.
Nope, not here.
So yeah, that happened, and regardless, I did make the best of it.
Yeah.
I ended up having like a decent time. Like, not saying that it definitely could have been better, and you know, I'll always make the best out of any situation.
But it was a lesson learned.
Definitely
and
a
just,
lesson
like,
learned.
So like such a shitty friend moment. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
And it wasn't like it was just me. Like, I remember like you texting her and being like, hey, like,
That's just not okay. I don't care what, like, I get your career. We're all for like you networking and stuff, but it's
we'll never hold you like.
Yeah,
I would
it's
never
not
hold
even
you back
about
from that.
Yeah, I feel like that was just a clutch.
Yeah, that was definitely just her just justifying her shitty actions.
Yeah.
So that's a moment where it's not okay to ditch your friends.
Not okay.
Not when you've already bought your flight to a 3-day festival across the country and you don't know anyone.
Definitely not. Yikes. So that leads us into laws of going out with girlfriends.
Yes.
Which is another good thing, because from that trip in Coachella, you had a story about, well, she wasn't, I mean, it was more of an acquaintance, but it's still a girl code. Like, girl to girl. I don't care if we're best friends. Like, come look out for each other.
Be a decent and we'll get into this. But so our different laws of going out are obviously... you know, there's the obvious ones where it's like walking to the bathroom with a girl or walking to the bar.
I feel like men are always so confused. Like, why do girls always go to the bathroom together? Must be nice being a man and not having to go to the bathroom with someone.
Yeah. Maybe because I don't want to get fucking kidnapped.
Yeah.
Or roofied.
Maybe I don't want. Yeah. Get roofied and then end up on the news the next day because I'm missing.
So, and I mean, nice. If it's something that's that easy and that avoidable, walk to the fucking bathroom with your fucking girl. If she's like waiting for someone outside, walk with her outside, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Like, always be in pairs.
Yeah, always be in pairs. Buddy system till the day we die. Learned it in kindergarten. Yep. Still doing it.
That's sad.
Did you say going out together? Like, if you arrive together, you leave together?
Yeah.
In certain situations, though. But if you leave and you're not together, you, like, make sure that they're all good.
Yeah.
Like, are you sober enough to take a Lyft by yourself? Is there one person at the function who knows you and is looking out for your best interest? Yeah. Like, you just shouldn't be there completely alone and intoxicated.
Yeah. Which I am.
So
a lot.
No, but you're always with homies.
Yeah.
I would never just leave you.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
I'm like in almost anywhere like I go out personally. It's like I know people, whatever.
And also a big thing is watching each other's drinks.
Huge thing.
Yeah. Like we don't talk about that enough. You just went out the other week and your friend got fucking roofied.
I went out and like we were together the entire night.
This is happening. Like, this is not something that's like, oh.
We were out the entire night. Like, I was right by this girl's side the entire night. I ended up leaving before she did, but she was with friends.
Probably wouldn't have happened if you were there.
Who knows? But she was with her best friend, and she was with the rest of our crew.
God.
And
people are so
she ended up in the hospital, dude. Like, had her friend not called 911, like, as soon as she did, she would have everyone was like,
and
you're lucky to be alive.
I'm sure people were looking out for her, so that just goes to say like how slick like these guys are with just like slipping something in.
How
you have
easy.
to be so aware, and that's why another set of eyes, like your best friend looking out for your drink too, is like necessary.
I always keep my hand, like, if I'm just walking around with it
like this.
I keep my hand. I mean,
like this.
People that are just listening can't see it.
Okay,
but
well,
I
if you're
keep it like
YouTube,
a claw
like this.
over the cup, so that like it's much harder to like slip a little pill or whatever the fuck it might be.
And then when I get water when we go out to clubs, I always ask for a bottle, because a bottle is obviously smaller, you know.
Yeah, and they can't.
And we're always aware of where that bottle is. It's never behind me. It's never to the right of me. It's like in front of me.
And
we
sometimes
both are looking at it.
These roofies and shit are coming from bartenders. Yeah. So getting a bottle kind of just cuts out that like that.
There is that whole scandal.
At a place in Miami, which was really sketchy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's definitely a thing. And what she was referring to earlier was that at Coachella, I was with some of these girls that were from our group.
This makes me so mad.
And so we were in VIP, and we're at this like bar in VIP, and we both have drinks. And I can't remember like super clearly, obviously because I was fucked up, but I had texted, whenever anything happens to me, I text Olivia immediately. One, so that she knows. Two, so that I have a recollection and I can refer back to it.
Refer back to my notes per my last email.
Yeah. And she reminded me of this. Like, I had actually completely forgotten about it, and she brought it up and was like, oh yeah, remember when that happened? And I was like, holy shit. And it's because we were both out. We both had these two drinks. And I remember she like took a sip of her drink and she was like, does this taste weird? Like, I feel like someone like, I don't know. She's like, she got super paranoid. She's like, I think someone might have like slipped something in it. She was like, will you taste it? And I was like, no, like the drinks have been here the entire time. Like, I think that they're fine. And then I'm like talking to someone else, or like I turn away and I fucking see this bitch switch our drinks. Like, it flabbergasted me. Like,
incredible.
Why not just spill it out and get another one if you think that that's what happened?
Where's the logic in that at all?
Where's the morality? Where's the ethics?
It would take
like she would rather give me that drink.
Even if it was like that, you know, an excuse of that she was lazy. It literally takes less effort to just pour out a drink.
Yeah, like, I can't believe that you would give someone a drink that you think might be roofied. Like, that was just...
Granted, like, yeah, and like I said, like, you guys weren't best friends, but still, be a decent human.
Like, there's no excuse for that.
There's no excuse.
Like, I don't care.
Absolutely
I don't care if
not.
I don't fucking know you.
No, you're taking the train to hell, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that...
See you there. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, and so, and I called her out immediately, by the way.
Of course.
I was like, so, what's
gonna happen now
is...
I'm gonna beat your face in.
No, but I was like, so you think that drink was roofied, and I just saw you switch them, but you're willing to give me the roofied drink? And she was like, oh, you're right, that is super fucked up. Sorry, like, I wasn't even thinking about it.
How do you not think about that?
I switched them back.
How do you not I would have splashed it in her face.
I switched them back.
Be like, I hope it is roofied.
She was just like, she was just so
Not-
fucking dumb that it like wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so I switched them back, and I was
if you're that
like,
dumb to do that, then you're dumb enough to even. You're
she
too dumb to understand.
She probably
why
drank
it's
the
wrong.
fucking drink, as far as I know. Like, I mean, I don't remember. But yeah, and then, like I said, this was like 2 years ago, and you know, I was at Coachella. There was a lot of things going on,
lots happening,
outside and inside my body.
Also, another one is kind of actually is a good roll into this is rescuing any girl in public that you see with a creepy guy.
Be
a good human.
Or
Be
if
a
you just
good
see her like
girl.
fucked up, any girl that you see like struggling, anything like.
Be a good person, because you know what, just put yourself in their shoes. Like, if that was you would want someone to come out and make sure that shit's fucked up. Like, shit happens,
and it's not like,
oh, she'll be fine. It's like, no,
exactly.
chances are she will probably not be fine.
Yeah,
because of the ratio of things. Yeah, because of the things that happen, and like, it's just so common. We were out one night at the W Hotel in Miami, and I don't know, I think it was swim week of like 2 years ago. So we were walking out, and this girl is just like sitting on a couch outside by herself, like throwing up. And we're like, sweetie, where are your friends?
Yeah.
Like, where's anyone? And she was just gone. She was a goner. And we fucking took it upon ourselves. We cleaned her up and took her home.
I took her phone. And she was like, me. You know what's even worse is that like, I call her friend because I get her to unlock her phone, and her friend's like, oh, she's fucked up, like, you know, like.
Well, I'm sure she was fucked up too. That's also the nice thing of one of us being sober is like, yeah, there's always someone sober.
Yeah, honestly. And not to say that I haven't gotten that fucked up, because I'll get into that, but like her friend was like, remember her friend was like still at home, and I was like, can I Uber, you know, your friend to your place? And then like, I don't know, she just wasn't like as concerned as she should be that someone else is like calling her and being like, hey, your friend is like, I don't understand, belligerently drunk.
But you know what? That's where our time came in, and we walked out of the club at that exact timing to find that girl and fucking save her ass.
And so we took her phone.
We literally took her home.
We took her, so I forget who was driving, but we put her in the car, and we took her home.
Yeah.
Like, we found her address.
Which I think every girl, it's like your responsibility as a female to like,
just
look out for everyone.
I mean, fortunately, she didn't live in like fucking
she was in
West
Brickell.
Miami or Kendall.
It was convenient.
She was like,
and then
2 miles away.
She couldn't get a lift, so like she was so fucked up she couldn't get a lift. So like,
I was like in her lift trying to like update her cards. Like, I was doing the most.
A guy would have offered to take her home, and who knows what would have happened.
Dude, it's happened to me, and like there was one time I was like 18 or 19. I was hanging out with this like college party company in Orlando, and I got so belligerently drunk.
I was probably mixing. Is that your ear?
Story? No, that's another story. That was my birthday, so I get a pass. But no, this is in Orlando, and I got so fucked up, and all I remember is being outside this club, puking, sitting down, puking, moving away from it. Puking.
Oh my god.
Moving away from it.
Jess.
Yeah, no, this is not cute. This
Trash.
is not a cute story.
Trash.
And so, but I remember this guy coming up to me and being like I remember distinctly looking at his face like in a movie scene where it like starts to like blur. And he was like, do you need to like get home? Like, do you need to like come home?
Oh my god, how
like,
scary.
And then this woman firefighter.
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, like in downtown Orlando, like there's just always cops. Like there's always like people on site. Yeah. And this woman firefighter comes up to me. She grabs my arm. She's like, do you know this man? I was like,
an angel.
I was like, no, I don't. And she was like, okay, sir, you need to go. He's like, I was just trying to help. And she was like, you need to step the fuck back.
An angel.
And then
literally.
she called my guy friend who I was like staying with, and he came and picked me up. Who was like one of like my best friends since like I was little. But yeah.
But like, also like
sometimes shit just happens. So, you know, you gotta be careful.
Aware. And also, not only like when a girl goes out and she gets drunk, but when you see a guy who's being aggressively creepy with a girl,
and this is just
I
a vibe.
kind of think
you can tell when a guy's creepy,
and you can tell when a girl's not into it, but doesn't necessarily have like the balls or the courage to like, because like if that happens to me or Jess, we're pushing them the fuck off us.
Oh, we're saying back the fuck up.
Yeah, but some girls don't. You know, they're shy. They don't want to offend him. Whatever the case is, if you see that happening, you gotta go in. Like I just,
it's your moral responsibility
I
to help that person
I can't
out.
watch that happen and like in good faith be like, oh, it's fine, it's not my business. Like, no, go up, approach, do exactly what that woman did for you. Do you know this man? No? Okay, goodbye, sir.
And you know, sometimes like even if they do know that person, or if it's like you know, maybe you misread the situation, it's better to misread the situation and
better to be safe than sorry.
Better to be safe than sorry.
100%.
And I mean, listen, that happens to me all the time because I'm like super like aware and aggressive about that stuff. So the minute I see someone that like kind of looks uncomfortable, I'm inserting myself in there.
And like, also, girls, don't be afraid to tell a guy to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like I actually have gotten so much better at that because of Jess. She's the more aggressive one, and I think when we first met, I was very passive. I just didn't want to start any trouble. Like if a guy said something and he did something, I was like, whatever, ignore it. But now I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking look at me, don't touch me, whatever. Like, you gotta have no tolerance for that.
And playing devil's advocate for that, you do have to be careful because guys can get violent.
Yes.
And so we're
you
not
don't want
we're
the
not out here
situation
saying,
to escalate.
Exactly. Like, you have to read the situation, and like if you're in public and you know you're with friends, like definitely tell that guy to fuck off. If you are by yourself and you know it's like a little bit of like a scarier situation, maybe act a little bit more passive.
Bang on me.
keep myself strapped.
Strapped when I hit the club.
No, but yeah, truly. And yeah, definitely always keep like pepper spray on you, keep a fucking taser on you.
Dude,
whatever it may be.
Major key, tasers and pepper spray.
Yeah.
Okay, also I feel like we're kind of giving men a bad
Yes.
reputation because there's not every guy is going to take advantage of a girl, you know. There are some, but it's so much about the vibe. Like if you approach and the guy's talking to the girl and he's like, she's good, I'm trying to help her figure it out, like I'm calling her an Uber, whatever situation is, you can read that.
Rather than the guy being like, no, she's fine.
She's fine with me, she's fine with me.
Yeah, and it's like, oh,
just stay a pension.
Jesus, that's a new one.
Pay attention to the nuances.
Yeah. And you know, having said that, I've also been in a situation where
Jess has been in a lot of situations.
I'm learning.
She's whiskey.
I'm whiskey. Truly. But I was in a situation actually at Wall as well. That place is just,
oh my god, Wall is trash.
No, okay,
Jesus.
no, Wall's not trash.
But you just get trashed.
I was definitely mixing alcohols, so you know.
Okay, we don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore. I don't know who that is. That was Patricia.
That was my alter ego. I fucking hate when girls give their drunk selves an alter ego. Why do you guys do that?
Why do you guys do
What
that?
is that?
Because that wasn't me.
Okay.
Don't know who that is.
Patricia.
Don't know who did that.
Okay.
But so I was super fucked up at Wall. I had left. I wasn't like super sloppy drunk. I was just like was not in my right mind, and I was trying to call myself an Uber home, and I was outside by security, and I was just like trying to figure out, like my card wasn't working. I had to update a new card. I'm like trying to put in the numbers, and I'm like fucking pressing each key. I'm fucking it up.
Your hand feels like 50 pounds. You're like, ugh.
And I just wasn't.
You weren't there.
I was not. Yeah, the lights were on. No one was fucking home.
Gotcha.
And the security guard who still works there. He was like, do you want me to help you? And at first I was like, no, no, I can do it.
Stranger danger.
Yeah. And then I was, you know, I let him help me, and he called me. He
nice.
He put in my card info.
It's also a security guard, so you can kind of have a little more trust there. Because if it was a random dude, maybe he would. I just always think worst case scenario.
Of course.
I'm like, random dude puts his address and sends you to his place and then shows up later. Like that's where my mind goes.
Terrifying.
You know.
But yeah, and even so, regardless, he put me in put me in this Uber, put me home, and
nice.
I remember seeing him like
my dog.
a weekend or a week later or 2 weeks later, and he recognized me, and I went up to him and I was like, hey, thank you so much, like for saving my life that night, like, and I still see him. Shout out Lewis at Wall.
You the
at
man.
The W. He's the homie.
You a real one.
He really is. And every time I see him, like I just give him like the biggest
dabs up.
No, like a bear hug. He's like he's more than the dab up.
That's so nice.
Yeah. No, he's great.
There are good people out there.
Yeah, and so yeah, not all guys are trash.
Yeah, definitely not. Okay, here's my question. If your friend hates a bitch, do you hate her too?
Depending on the level of that friend, like I said, there's levels to this shit.
Yes, there's so many levels.
If you hate the bitch, I despise.
If I hate the bitch, because I don't hate anyone.
I mean, even further than that, even if you did, I hate everyone. But still, the people I hate, I feel like you typically dislike.
Yeah. If you have a strong enough feeling to call it hate, I definitely won't like the person. But if you're just like not fond of them,
yeah, I mean,
that's one
I
thing.
feel like, and also I just feel like as far as like our annoyances go, like with people, like they're pretty similar. Like I'll get annoyed easily, but like you'll still like feel it. And so if I don't like someone, I just feel like you just typically don't like them, and that's not because it's not because I don't like them, but it's just because we're similar.
Right. And I also feel like I feel like that's a very immature thing to be like, why are you talking to Sally? You know I don't like her. Like, that's very, like, an elementary, middle school, high school vibe.
I mean, I don't even feel like there's anyone, I don't know if there's anyone, if you were talking to them,
I have a few friends who I can think of who are like, ugh, you talk to her? Why? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, because I don't have bad blood with anyone. Like, I'm not trying to have a reason to have bad blood.
Yeah, and even at this point in my life, like, I definitely, like, have pissed a lot of people off and, like, haven't liked a lot of people, but even at this point, like, I'm just, I don't have room. I don't have space for that, like, hatred. Yeah,
for that
like,
negativity.
Why would I carry around baggage to not like you? You're not worth that. Like,
you ain't worth that, sweetie.
Truthfully. And even that shitty friend that we were talking about, like, I don't hate her, you know, like, I wish the best for her is what I'm saying. Like, I don't have space
but
to
even when
hate
that
her.
whole situation happened and like you guys were like on really bad terms and I was still close with her, like, you never really gave me shit for it.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah,
because I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah. Because I think, like, just mature relationships, you just understand that, like, everyone has their own shit. And, like, also, why would you inconvenience me and put that negativity on me when it's not between me and her, it's between you guys.
Exactly. And it's not like you're not aware of the full extent of the situation. Like, you know what it is. Yeah. It's not like, you're not, like, going buddy with her and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I feel like it would be shitty if you guys, like, were going out without me and stuff, and like you guys were sucking each other's dicks.
Yeah, so I guess it's about respecting your friend enough to, like, know the boundaries. Like, maybe not be best friends. Don't be, like, posting up on social media flexing with them. Like, BFF. But you can still wish that person the best. Like, I think I could see where that's annoying. Yeah. Like, if I was like, love her forever and ever.
And I'm like, weird. We were just talking mad shit about her.
Yeah, don't be two-faced.
Yeah, I think it's like that also goes to it. But I mean, as far as like, I feel like we kind of covered that. Like, if you guys aren't like great friends and that person doesn't like someone, like, I feel like definitely hear them out, like see why they don't like that person, because maybe they're just trying to look out for you and be like,
look out for your best interest.
Be careful, that person's
don't
a fucking
trust her.
snake.
Right.
Then
and that's appreciated.
But I don't feel like you have the right to tell anyone who they can and can't hang out with. Yeah, no. All you can do is give them the information to make their own decisions. Yeah, you know.
If you're trying to tell someone like that, like, be controlling like that, that's a bad friend. That's on you.
Then you're trash. Don't try and control people.
The next one is taking good pics. We need full commitment on this, ladies.
This is
how like how I take pics versus how someone else takes pics of me. It's literally like when you hand a girl a phone and they get like
they're like it
looks really good. Oh wait, hold on, I'm a dumbass. They're like, it looks good. It looks really good. That's the shot.
I'm like, no, don't give me the backlight. I need the sunlight on my face. I need the low
Come
angle.
on, do the most.
Tell me to fucking suck in my waist.
You know what's the worst when girls know girls want pics for the gram. You know, I mean, if you like to take good photos, you don't even have to be an influencer or whatever. If you want a good photo, you take like 100. Every girl knows that.
Yeah, you don't just take 3. I'm blinking in one. I'm not sucking in another
the other one.
Like,
I look like I have a lazy eye in the other one. Like, come on, do the most.
Yeah, and like, don't make people feel bad about it.
Yeah, I will take your shot until you get the shot. It's not when I'm done. It's like, did we get it or nah? Because if we didn't, we're trying again.
There are times though when we're taking each other's photos.
No, but we'll get over it before you. Like, if you were taking photos of me, I'll get over taking it before you.
Yeah, that's true. But
I'll be like, hey, I'm done. I don't even care if they're good.
Yeah, that vibe. But
that's
sometimes
also
I'll be
'cause we
taking
take
them
so
and I'll be
many
like, yo, these are
photos.
fire. Like, what
And
are
I'm
you
like,
talking
no.
about? I'm like, all right, I'm not taking anymore because I know that these are good and you're going to find one later that you like.
True.
And you're just pissed
Facts.
off right now.
Facts.
You're just hot and hungry.
Yeah, facts.
Um,
Definitely hungry.
But and you know what?
It's being considerate.
I hate traveling without you the most because I don't have someone that knows my angles, that knows how, like, my aesthetic, like, and it's so easy. Like, us taking photos together is a fucking powerhouse.
Boom,
boom,
bada
bing,
boom, bada
bang,
bing.
Because we just knock it out. Like, we're so quick.
And it's not like we want to be taking photos all day. It's like, no, we want to get the fucking shot and move on with our lives.
Exactly.
I'm so lucky because I'm always, lately this past year I've been traveling with Noelle a lot to New York, and
Nolly's gotten good.
Nolly. You always say Nolly.
I know, it just makes more sense to me.
She knows my angles because she grew up not taking photos of me, but like we've got that sister vibe going, and she knows, she gets it, she's with the shit, she knows good lighting.
It's about getting
she gets down on the floor to make me look tall. I'm like, thank you, you get me.
Truly.
Take the time to understand your friends' picture preferences because
it's almost like
crucial.
It's almost not worth it when like I go to take like you and Macy are like the only two people that like I feel like comfortable taking photos with, like for my personal, like for our personal brands, just because like because you have to like be considerate, like because they'll take like a bunch of photos and you'll be like, oh, I'm not centered. You would think that that's something that you should
we also have that down. Maybe we should do a whole episode about how to get a good picture, because here's the thing, we'll just quick tip,
we're just gonna train you guys.
The little pro tip in the middle of the episode. Before you start taking photos, set up the shot, take 2 photos, show that person, say, do you like the angle? Do you want to change do you want me to change anything? And do you want to change anything about yourself? Good, got it, change. Bada boom, bada bing, knock it out.
Yeah.
Because then the thing is, and we did this for years because we're idiots. Well, no, we learned, but we would take 50 photos and then you look at it and you're like, my hair is fucked up in all of these, and then they all go to shit.
Or you're like, oh, I didn't realize there was like a sign in the back that says like,
that I didn't like,
pick up your dog's shit. And you're like, well, maybe that shouldn't be in my photo. Yeah, it's not on brand.
Just a little pro tip.
Okay, and our next rule of girl code is never, or
this is a hot topic.
It's not never.
This is like,
go
I feel
after
like
your friend's crush or ex.
It's like this is the subject.
Yeah, this is like, yeah, exactly.
Never go after your friend's ex or crush. So this is a debate. This is an open discussion. Let's talk about it.
So I believe, like, personally, if it's like that person's tongue's been down my throat, then
down other places,
that's my property. Yeah, I own that. That
is my real estate. You are not allowed to.
That's just me though.
But yeah. But then again, for sure. If you are sexual with someone or in a relationship, like if that person is an ex, that is never ever. You're dead to me.
Like, why would you even like want to have my sloppy seconds?
Ooh, sloppy seconds. I feel like that's like the go-to subtweet on Twitter. Like a girl trying to like call someone else a petty bitch, being like, "Have fun with my sloppy seconds."
Yeah, for sure. Because they just want to make that person like feel gross.
Yeah.
But then again, like, there's a girl who recently started dating someone that I was intimate with in college.
She's a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
then
also,
again, if it was like so long ago,
I mean,
you guys aren't best friends. I mean, do
you
feel some type of way about it? Yes, you do.
I don't, but like, I feel like part of me is low key salty, and like I saw them out. Oh, God, I hope they don't listen to this. I really hope not. Oh, I don't even. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. Okay, we're putting it out there.
Do it.
I saw them last weekend together, and like but so he's a good friend of mine. Like we stay in contact. Like we have a lot of love for each other. He was like one of the first people. He was the second person I ever slept with ever. Okay. Mm-hmm. So like I feel like that's pretty
that's
intimate.
Significant.
Exactly.
For sure.
And it was like a thing for a few years, and I knew her pretty well. Like we had hung out a few times. She's from college. Like we weren't like super close, but regardless, I saw them out because like we have so many mutual friends. And as soon as I got there, he kind of like put his arm around her and started like.
Well, she knew that you guys were kind of a thing.
Oh no, for sure she knew.
She knew.
Like he had.
Well, that's weird because he started acting different. That's why it's weird.
And then I was like, if they had both been normal, like it would have been cool. But then like, why do you feel the need to like show her?
I get it, bro. I get it.
Like,
It's cool.
Yeah, and so like, and of course I said hi to her, and like she just wasn't as enthusiastic as she would have been.
Oh, cringe.
Yeah, so she was like, hey,
It's so awkward.
instead of like, oh my god, hey, so nice to see you, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It was like a hey, and then like I said hi to him, and then like he didn't make eye contact with me for the rest of the time.
Oh, come on, that's on them.
Yeah, and so I'm like,
Trash.
So I don't really necessarily feel some type of way about it for me. I feel some type
yeah.
of way because like those were my friends, and now it's like weird.
Yeah, and it doesn't
because he
have
was
to be.
inside
Like,
me at some point.
it's only awkward if you make it awkward.
Exactly, and so like I feel like that's the only type, like the only reason I don't feel weird because I feel like I have any claim or stake in him at all.
And it also depends how much that friend was into your guy. Like if your friend went on one date with a guy and then it didn't work out, I think that's acceptable. But if you go on 2 dates, like you've hung out with that person 2 times, I don't know, anything more than one.
Mean? Oh, you mean like if I only went on one date with him and then someone else dated him?
Yeah, like if you went on a date with a dude, didn't work out, a few months later we started talking, I feel like that would be okay.
No, I mean like, yo, if we didn't vibe, like that's all you.
But then if you did vibe and like you were feeling like you wanted it to happen, but then it didn't because of him, and then he goes for me, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if I had feelings for that person, then no. And like we said, like there's levels to this. Like,
yeah, and that's cool. And also if you're intimate with someone, but it's just on an intimate basis and it happened like one time, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But if it's like we were fuck buddies, and now
and
you're
there was
trying
feelings
to, like,
there, yeah.
or even if there wasn't feelings there, if you were like consistently getting it in,
yeah,
that shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
kind of just gross.
Yeah.
I mean, like unless
What do they
we're
call it?
trying to be Eskimo sisters.
Yeah.
I explained this term too.
Yeah, I was like, what's that?
what's that?
What's that?
You gonna learn today?
Oh my god, I have a friend who was a friend in high school, and there was a period of time when Tyler and I weren't dating in high school, and we had already not been friends with her. Like, my group of friends kind of were just like, eh. So it didn't surprise me that this happened. I was just like, yeah, it seems like a her thing to do. But after Tyler and I had broken up, like a few weeks later, I don't know even who told me, but I found out she gave him head in her car, in his driveway.
Trash.
How rude.
How rude.
How rude.
Yeah, no.
And I think she was like dropping him off after a party too. I'm like, do you just like, hey, here's your ride. You want me to give you head? Like, how does that even happen?
No, it's almost like she did it like because she wanted to like
weird.
compete with you.
And I was just like, okay, well that just adds more to the narrative that you were always a bad friend, and that's why we dropped you.
But didn't she try to like get at him or like have feelings for him after or something like that?
No. I think that was like a one-time thing. That's why I was just like, okay, whatever. I didn't feel any type of way about it. I was like, bitches ain't tricks.
Bitches ain't shit if
but
they ain't
hoes
saying
and
nothing.
tricks.
Oh.
Oh,
100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing.
yeah, so that was shitty.
Yeah, so
Not that
fuck
much.
that girl.
Yeah, fuck that.
If you're listening to this, fuck you.
You know who you are.
I'll still throw hands. Ugh.
In his driveway.
That was
in a car.
That was a bad time. Didn't we find that out when we were in California?
No. Okay, you're thinking about something else. You're thinking about the second time we broke up. I'm talking about the first high school time we broke up.
Oh, so that
and then
wasn't...
when I went off and had a whole other fucking relationship.
Okay.
We don't talk about that.
Okay.
We will talk about that on our relationship/breakup episode whenever we're prepared for that.
Yeah.
But it may be a while.
Yeah. Might be a while.
I'll just leave that there. Okay, let's finish this up with another huge thing that's like
this is our last
major
topic.
girl code. If you know a girl is getting cheated on,
or a guy.
Yeah. Well, it's girl code.
Mm.
And I feel like girls don't cheat on guys. If you know a girl's getting cheated on, do you tell her?
Yeah, and so this is also up for debate.
Yeah.
I think, I've said many times,
I think
there's
you
levels.
have. Because if a guy's like DMing you and trying to like slide in your DMs, and then you go to his profile and he's like with another girl, she screenshots his ass and sends it to the girl, and it's like, just so you know, this is what your man's doing.
Yeah, there was a
like she's that bitch.
There was a grown ass
man. Did you just
man.
burp? Oh,
I'm like,
I wasn't looking.
I was like, it was gagging.
Gotcha.
I wasn't looking. Ew.
I wasn't looking and I heard it. And I was like, really? Excuse yourself.
No, No, but there was this
Manners.
grown-ass man in my DMs the other day
Ew.
who said, he said the nastiest little thing.
Ew.
Are you talking about, do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay.
Just any grown man saying nasty things is just gross. Repulsive.
Like, and in his bio, it's like, proud father, husband.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Unacceptable.
exactly.
Yeah, he deserved
Exactly.
it. He deserved it.
And so he responded to one of my stories and was like, I bet that pussy tastes like a peach. Just saying. Ah, God.
I'm deceased. I'm deceased.
My insides are cringing. Like, I'm
That is
I'm
not
disgusted.
okay on any level.
So, of course, I screenshot it.
No, he deserved that. You can't be out here looking like you're a man of God, and then telling girls that. What?
Yeah, you're fucking nasty.
Ew.
And so, I mean, he wasn't wrong, but I'm kidding. But listen,
She's not.
so I went to his followers because he hadn't tagged his wife in anything. And
Well, now you know why, because he's probably
Right?
fucking
but
sliding in.
or no, but I think he had photos with her, but he hadn't tagged her. Oh yeah, that's what happened. So I looked at the photo of her. I went to his following list, looked up his last name.
Oh my God, you are full on FBI.
Oh yeah, I don't fuck around. So went to his looked up his last name, found her,
This
matched
bitch.
the photos.
This bitch.
It was for sure her. She has photos of them. She has photos of their fucking child, their little baby girl, and sent it to her. And I was just like, here you go.
Did she reply?
I don't think so.
Oh my God. I hope she saw it.
I mean,
Because what if you were down? What if you were just like, yep, okay, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And then
Let's meet up.
Yeah, and then like
I'll drop you off after a party.
there
and
he
suck your
is,
dick in
just
the car.
yeah, yeah. Like trash.
So
good.
trash.
But if a girlfriend of yours, say you know both of them, right?
Mhm.
This is a hypothetical situation because actually I know this happens all the time. You know the girl, you know the guy, you know he's cheating on her.
Who'd you know
fucking
first?
tell her?
Who are you closer to?
What if it? Okay, so this actually happened
Or
to
would
my
he,
friend.
like, meet them
This happened
together?
to my friend, and she asked the group chat about it, like for advice. Her boyfriend's best friend was cheating on his girlfriend, who, like, you know, when you're two best friend couples, you hang out, you go on, you know, double dates together. So that's fucked.
Yeah, that is super.
Because that's not really. We told her it wasn't her place, only because it's her boyfriend's best friend.
Yeah.
And then that gets
like,
fucking messy.
And I'm sure that, like, the boyfriend told her. And so, like, if she were to go behind
Yeah. It's
his
just
back,
messy. I feel like if
it
it
would just
wasn't
cause
so
intimate,
close,
yeah.
it would be fine. But
Yeah, and I mean, also, I feel like it depends on, like, how, I mean, if her and that girl hang out, like, outside of that relationship, like,
no,
outside
they
of,
don't really.
Yeah.
So then it's not your place.
I mean, I'm definitely dropping hints. I mean, that's just
Right.
because I'm me.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like, I'm definitely messaging
maybe
her.
you should, like.
Check his location tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Heard he has plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
so if it wasn't that close, if it was just like you knew the girl and you knew the guy and you knew that
Yeah.
he was.
I'm telling.
You are.
I'm snitching. Well, also because you know
See,
what?
I just don't like
Because
getting
I
myself
would-
into shit.
I don't
But
either,
then again,
but-
if it were me, I would want to know.
Exactly.
You know how I found out about my situation? A guy friend told me that it was happening.
Yeah.
But I also think because he's low-key obsessed with me.
Regardless of why he did it,
Regardless,
he did it.
he let me know.
You know how I found out that my ex 2 exes ago was cheating on me?
How?
The girl that he was fucking messaged me on Instagram, and she goes, "Are you and we'll call him
Dave?
We'll call him Dave." She goes, "Are you and Dave still dating?" Or something like that. She was like, "Oh, is Dave still your boyfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my fucking boyfriend. What's up, bitch? Like, what do you mean? Why are you asking?"
What's good?
And so I was like, "Yeah, that's my boyfriend. Like, why are you asking?" And she
laid it out.
sent the receipts.
Oh, no.
She sent.
Well, that's nice of her.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like she also did it out of spite because he had told her like that we weren't still together, and then like because they were like dating, dude.
Oh my God.
Do you not remember? Like,
No.
remember she sent me screenshots of every text.
No.
She sent me the photo of the flowers that he got her for Valentine's Day.
That is the worst type of cheater. You're full on in another relationship.
I didn't get flowers on Valentine's Day.
Oh, fuck him.
Literally, probably like
Trashed.
the worst ever.
I feel like that is a whole other episode, cheating.
Fuck that guy. And so I put everything
on blast.
Actually, I think I did put him on blast.
Puts it on social media. Those are the best type of girls. Screenshotting it, putting it on social media, adding him.
Yep.
So and so is a fucking whore, cheater, bitch ass.
Dude, I did that in high school one time to the girl in high school. This happened one time.
Classic.
My first boyfriend ever, like the guy that I was like obsessed with, I was like in love with, whatever. I'm like, this is my prince. I'm gonna marry him, whatever.
My Prince Charming.
The girl that introduced us. I had moved down to Florida. We were doing long distance for like, that period of time.
Long distance gets us every time.
This girl's boyfriend, the girl that introduced me and my ex, her boyfriend at the time messaged me and told me that they were having an affair.
Damn.
And so of course he told me because he was like, fuck that bitch. When I found out that it was true and had her admit to it, I put her on blast.
No.
Like, and this was obviously right out of high school, so everyone is still like fresh on social media, whatever. I tweeted it and she like, oh god,
she came for your ass?
No, of course not. She felt so bad.
She was sure.
And of course,
so
she was a little dramatic at the time. She was like, I want to kill myself now, are you happy? And I was like, nope. I was so petty.
What if you were just like, yes? That would be pettier.
Yeah, but so that happened also, and that's because he had the balls to tell me. But yeah, so if a guy, I mean, like we said, there's levels to this. I feel like you should always tell someone if they're getting cheated on because you I mean, I just feel like that stuff comes back.
You would want to know, and also like how long are you gonna let that happen for?
Yeah.
Because if it's happening now, it's gonna be happening in 5 years, and then what you want them to. Not that it's necessarily your responsibility, but if you could prevent a tragedy of like someone finding out they're getting cheated on with 2 kids and a family, like come on.
And I feel like, it's so complicated.
I feel like it is your place.
Yeah, like you have
especially
to.
if you're removed from the situation, it's like just do that girl a favor and then just do her the favor, be her angel.
Yeah, and then kind of just remove yourself if you can.
Yeah,
like.
All right, well that about wraps it up. Hope you guys got some good girl code tips.
Yeah.
I kind of just feel like we're just talking shit and telling stories the whole time, but
I'm all right with that.
We've had a lot of experiences of being girls,
getting fucked over.
Yeah.
But
we live and we learn.
All I need is you, boo.
Oh, baby. All right, so for tea time this week, we're playing Would You Rather. Would you rather?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, I'm scared. She just took like 5 minutes to figure this out. Okay, go ahead.
And these are just 2 things that I know she hates.
Oh, God. I picked 2 things that I know you love.
Oh, well.
Okay, go.
Whiskey and water. Okay. Would you rather
oh god
wear tight clothing
oh.
for the rest of your life or always have a slight cough? Because these are 2 things that she fucking hates. She hates tight clothes.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
She'll leave a function early
because
if her pants are like slightly tight.
Truth.
And she also hates having a slight cough, like
that I've had for the past 3 months of my life, and it's been freaking miserable.
Drives her fucking crazy.
I gotta go. I'd rather have the cough. I'd rather have the cough.
That's hilarious.
I cannot stand tight clothing. If anything is too tight anywhere, I just freak out.
Yeah.
I will leave somewhere. I will not go somewhere. No.
Well, guys, she picked tight clothes. She picked having a slight cold cough.
Tyler says it sounds like a fake cough because I'll be talking. I'm like, he's like, you're faking it. Okay. Would you rather give up your fake titties or your Tesla? Bam, bam, bam.
That's rude.
Give up your boobs or your car? That's hard. That's a good one. Because she loves both of those things.
I really do. I mean, like...
I got you stumped.
I'd have to say the Tesla.
Okay.
Because...
Yeah.
these are the moneymaker.
Yeah.
And there's, as much as I love the Tesla, there's other cars out there for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's not other boobs
Okay,
out
so
there
what
for
if
me.
it was, if you had to trade in your Tesla to go back to your Jetta or your boobs?
Okay, well, you know what? That wasn't the question.
Your Jetta that's like so
I
fucked
fucked
up
that
on
thing
the
up.
side.
I fucked
Oh
that
man,
thing
it's a
up.
piece of shit.
Listen, Esmeralda, she was a good car. But yeah. I would have to say
Can't give up the titties.
I'd have to say the
Can't
Jetta.
do it. It's you. It's
I
who
can,
you
I
are.
can get the Jetta fixed. But oh well.
All right. Well, on that note, that wraps up episode 3. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We're hype.
Yeah, we're hyped, and this is super exciting. I feel like we're kind of getting into the rhythm of things, and
Yeah.
we're really excited for what's
If
to
you
come.
have ideas for episodes, we like are already realizing that we're gonna
We're
run out very
definitely gonna run
quickly.
out of shit.
So yeah, if you have any suggestions, have things that you want us to talk about, please send it in. And
Yeah, and if you
That's
guys
about it.
like this episode, please share it with a friend. Please just send it to one person.
yeah,
You know,
one person.
yeah.
Help us out.
as long as we can make
Just
one person laugh.
Show us love.
or
We'll always show
laugh
love
at
back.
us.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys.
Peace.